get together, white and black and whoever they was, just love one another, for what you are. Because there's so many people in your own race that you don't like,
Exactly. People I think are just afraid. If you actually sat down and had a conversation, black or white, you'd find out real quick, we ain't different.
Well, just about all my friends, closest friends here after I went to start working here in Detroit, was white. So, even the kids, my children, they said they'd never met kids like my kids.
And the great words of your late son, Gary, I hate you all equally.
Yeah, Gary he was just, well, you wouldn't know.
Rest in peace, Unc.
Hmm?
I said rest in peace, Unc.
Yeah, Gary was, and Gary was, him and Kim was the smart one. They was ace students in school. And I used to tell me my other son, the one who's upstairs now, his personality was gonna take him. But Gary and Kim, they were just smart. They were smart.
Probably too smart.
Yeah.
So we're going to switch up gears a little bit since I have to get into more of the serious conversation.
Because I wasn't down to, because I just wanted to hear about her story.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Hey, we can always have a part 2 coming soon. So tell me a little bit how, as far as racism and segregation and things like that, how much different was it in the South than when you moved to the North?
Well, to tell you the truth, it wasn't too much different because they just had their race right here in Detroit.
Okay, so that's perfect because that piggybacks right into my next question. You want to tell me a little bit about that and your experience when the riots happened?
No, because I was working for the nun, and my sisters was visiting me from Miami. And I didn't even know the race route was on until because I lived on the east side.
Right.
And it happened on the west side, 12th. And I didn't even know turn TV on that Sunday evening after they left. They left Sunday morning. And I turned TV on, and they said Detroit is burning. I said, Detroit burning? I couldn't understand what they talking about the riot. And I live, what's the name of that school on the east side was so bad. The kids hate, the people.
You talking about Mumford?
No, Mumford was here, right?
I don't know. Yeah.
I can't think now.
I was just taking a stab
But
in the dark.
anyway, I went there. They had brought all these state.
You're talking about the National Guard?
Yeah, they had brought all the National Guards in. I said,
Yeah.
And I didn't go to work the next day because they were telling people to stay close.
Stay at home. Stay at home. Bunker down, y'all. Lock the doors. Bar the windows.
But the next day I went on. It didn't bother me none. The bus put me out right there on 3rd, and I caught the bus straight to Marygrove.
Right. So let's see if we can get your recollection of a couple other iconic moments. Now, let's go to something that's probably a little significant in your life when you found out that JFK was shot.
Oh, I was pregnant with your mom.
Mm-hmm.
And I was home that day. I was sitting there, and that really got me. That really got me. And real later on, right after that, and right behind that, was when all this stuff started about it started before that. But when they shot him, and then a few months later, they shot King.
Yeah, Dr. King.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, how much did that impact the black community?
I don't know, because the black community over there where I stayed, they were busy stealing.
They were too busy living to care. They didn't care about who was dead. They just cared about if your TV was new.
Yeah.
Okay, so
It was.
we'll pause real quick. You ready?
Yep.
All right. So, in your experience, what do you feel like we could do as people to basically come up to uplift our community instead of being so fragmented?
You got to come together. You got to work together, the black and the white. You got to work together. When I was working to Uniroyal, they said when somebody retired, was going out and they going away part, they said they used to tell the black to bring the cups and the paper plates and no food. And after I went to work at Uniroyal, they I started carrying food, and they all then they started looking for me when somebody was retiring. Would you come so would you bring so much? They said, well, Miss Asher, before you came to work here, they didn't eat the black folks' food.
Yeah, they was like, we don't want that jungle noise.
And so
What's a black-eyed pea?
and it was just different. And well, with the people that I met, cause like when I was when I moved in a Polish neighborhood over on the east side, and they was kind of worried. And but about a month or so after, they said they never met children like my children. They said, Miss Archer, your children don't act like black kids. I said, well, how they? I said, well, why they don't? I said, so one man, when the lady next door to me died, and her nephew came to pick me up to carry me to view the body and everything, and she said, my uncle and them think the world of you and your kids, and they said they never met kids like your kids. I said, well, all kids is not alike. I said, all kids. I said, my kids is no different from a lot of black kids and white kids. And
that's very true.
Yeah, so he said they couldn't understand it, but then when I came to work one day at Marygrove and went back home, a whole thing of signs was out for sale, houses that went up for sale.
Wow.
So the people claimed to be before they moved and said, well, if everybody moved here was like you all, we wouldn't have to move. I said, well, everybody isn't alike.
Right.
And I said, everybody, I said, you got some people in your race just as worse as people in mine.
Exactly.
Darn right.
And so they so Keith and your mama and Keith went to Selfridgeville school, nursery school.
Right.
Until I think Keith started the school, so I brought them all in because I couldn't afford to pay nursery school and pay somebody to watch Keith and take him back. But anyway,
right.
They when the man next door son got married, Tommy, and he named his first child after Keith, and named his second child after Keith.
Oh wow, that is crazy.
So, yeah.
That is crazy.
So they said they had never met children like mine. They passed by and give Keith. Was it Keith? Yeah, give Keith money. As Gary used to say, Keith come in from sitting on the porch, the kids people passing by giving them money and fruit. And they were wondering why they wouldn't eat it. I said, because they got the same fruit in the house.
Exactly.
And I always tell my kids, wash your fruit before you eat it. So the store, it was a Polish store. And them people, I would order my groceries and things before I leave work at Marygrove, because you could order it on the phone. They would always put something in there for your mom and Keith. And it wasn't no different to me. It wasn't no different from all, just some kids different than the others. I said, just like in your race, you got kids different, you know, everybody's not alike.
Right.
You're exactly right.
You're going to be good in the black race, you're going to be good in the white race. And so, a little after we moved over there, and I had brought mine in from school, from Selfish to go to school, there was, three little stores, right from 2 blocks right around in my neighborhood. And they called Keith and Kim's sister and brother. Sister and brother. So one day I came from work, I called Van Dyke bus and came home that way. And I stopped in the store to get something. And the lady called her husband from way in the back, call me sister, brother, and sister's mama. And then when they moved, they stopped moving. They said, well, they always come to the house and tell me if everybody moved in here was like you, Miss Harris, we wouldn't have to move. I said, you don't have to move now.
Right.
And so it was just, I don't know, they were so crazy about Keith and Kim. And when they called them sister and brother. And so she called, come meet sister and brother's mommy.
Call me sister and brother's mommy. You know we all have names, right?
Well, they didn't know my name, but they know sister and brother. And one lady, one white lady before she moved, she gave Kim a lot of hankies with her name embroidered.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
That's cute.
And they would come by to see how they was doing. The sister and brother, everybody moved in was like you, I wouldn't have to move. But everybody not alike, not even in your race.
Right. Not in any race. No one's perfect.
Heck,
Well,
2 people in the same room ain't the
yeah,
same.
exactly. So, besides living through segregation and things like that, can you think of one time where you witnessed just blatant racism?
All around it, you didn't. Well, it wasn't a one time because
I mean, do you have like a story in particular or anything like that?
No, because well, they was most of the people around my where I grew up at. They kind of was afraid of my grandma.
Oh yeah, that's kind of how it is now. Everybody's afraid of my grandma.
No, but she would speak her mind. She didn't care who it was.
Right. And then I could see where like it's such a tight knit community to where everybody knows everybody. So I mean, hopefully you didn't have to witness too much of that.
No, I didn't witness any of that. Cause we were, as the girl said, she said we had on this big white house, you know, black house. And we had, at that particular time, didn't too many black people have, because you seen how them houses, some of them.
Oh yeah, the old big southern country houses. Oh yeah.
They quarters, they call them the quarters when I was coming up, where a white man, and I forgot to tell you, in my hometown, tobacco, that's what.
Tobacco?
Tobacco, we had shaved tobacco. They made cigars, and they had the big cigar factories and everything. And most of the kids would work after school until about 12 at night, making cigars. And I always wanted to work with my dad. And my grandma said, no, 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 you stay home and help, with the kids. But it was I don't know. And my first experience really was going to school. I was in grade school and going to I showed you the school. I showed you the school where I taught school.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And the kids, the white kids all had buses to ride. They had the big yellow buses like they got now. And if it was raining and we was going to school, they would always pick at it. You got to walk in the rain. I said, you get out from here, you won't go out of there and come out of there, you won't be walking in no rain.
You're laying in a puddle.
Yeah, so it's a lot of times, but I don't know. And during the war, everything was rationed. Your sugar, you couldn't get but 5 pounds of sugar per month. Each person in the family was allowed 5 pounds.
Wow.
And I don't know, it was, I guess because we had just about everything. We had more than the average white around there, so and after I left to go to school, my grandmother kept the kids, and this teacher was staying with my grandmother too. And I don't know, they didn't come in contact because, I was like I am now. I spoke my mind.
Right.
And my grandmother had taught me whatever was on your mind or whatever you do. So she would always tell me about the time, everybody worked in the tobacco. The white kids worked in the tobacco just like the black kids. And my uncle and this boy had got into a fight, and they was holding my uncle for this boy to beat him up. And my mama, my grandma said, came to the house. It was lunchtime, but she was cooking dinner for him, and told her, and she said she pulled off her apron and went there and said, she was just like me because she cussed you out.
Oh yeah, I know.
And she said, you better turn him loose. Turn him loose. And now she didn't tell him not to fight, but she told, turn him loose. You don't hold him for nobody to beat up because I die and go to hell.
Before I let one of mine go down.
Yeah.
That's an interesting story. So I'm going to leave you with one last question. So we know you have dozens and dozens of grandkids and great grandkids and things like that. When it comes to them being out in the world, especially being young black youth, what is the message that you would like to leave for them going forward?
Get an education and go as far in it as you can go. As I tell all these kids now, you got a chance, you got a break. You didn't have, when I was coming up, you didn't have this break. Because you had to go maybe to the beach, go to Jacksonville Beach and work, Miami Beach or somewhere, and during the summer to make your money to go to school.
In the winter.
In the winter time. And now these kids have a break. That's what I tell Keith upstairs. I say, you got it. You got a break. And you think now, the way the kids used to have to make it to go to school, and these kids, excuse me, have the chance. And do you know who is taking them kids from the people from Cuba and all of islands? They said the black kids over here won't take that chance and won't go, and won't get the money now that they giving them free schooling.
Yeah.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
So they come
if
over
you're giving it out, we'll take
So
it.
they coming over here taking it and going on. And when they finish whatever they come to do, they go back home today.
Go back home and make their families richer.
Yeah.
Well, I would like to thank you so much for taking your time out today, Grandma. Give me a hug. I love you.
And like I used to tell you, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to get out there and make
You
something.
got
nice.